Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you have a great and wonderful day. And unfortunately, here, this is something that is horrendous to talk about, horrendous to even see, and I do not want this happening to any female whatsoever. However, this is the reality to where they're saying you can't have guns, where you can't be able to protect yourself, and we should have hard limitations on them. Well, I'm gonna go through this actual video with you, and it is going to be disturbing, and the end outcome is horrific. But I think it's something that people need to start understanding why having a gun is a good thing and self-defense is great.
Emergency. My ex-boyfriend is trying to break into my house. I'm not letting him in, but he's tried to break down the door and he's trying to break into one of the windows. He put me in the hospital a few weeks ago, and I've been trying to keep him away. I told him I was going to call. He's now trying to break in through the window. He's trying to jimmy it open.
Okay. Do you have anybody else in the house with you?
No, I don't.
Okay, here's the thing. Even if this was a thing, right? Even if you did have somebody else in the house with you, how does that change the situation at all? The only difference is that there's just somebody else in the house with you. And if you do not have a weapon, if you do not have a gun, then, well, the fact of the matter is, you're probably going to still die or get shot or etc., despite the fact whether somebody's in the house with you. So this is honestly a dumb question, but nonetheless, continue forward.
Does he live there?
No, he does not.
Are you still there?
Yes.
Okay. I don't have anybody to send out there.
Okay.
Obviously if he comes inside the residence and assaults you, can you ask him to go away, or do you know if he's intoxicated or anything?
Can you ask him to go away? Yes, because this is something that is just going to be a great thing that's going to happen. Yes, just ask your assaulter to go away. By the time that your assaulter probably comes in and gets you, you're probably already dead. So there's that. So you don't really have the chance to do it. See, this is what the far left does, is that they always have to go for the wait for them to attack you, and then you have to defend yourself. Type of deal. And that's just the fact of the matter is that this person should probably honestly be arrested for failing at their job, because this is absolutely abhorrent.
I've already asked him. I've already told him I was calling you. He's spoken before, busted down my door, assaulted me. Yeah, so...
Is there any way you can safely leave the residence?
No, I can't, because he's blocking pretty much my only way out.
With a vehicle, or...?
With the vehicle and with himself on my front door also.
Okay, is there anybody that you can call to come over and help you, or do you have any friends?
He has sat there and destroyed my phone that had all of my contacts in it, because I have neighbors, because he's done this. I can't get a hold of my neighbors. I don't know what their phone numbers are. I just had to get a new phone.
Okay. Well, the only thing I can do is give you some advice and call the sheriff's office tomorrow. Obviously, if he comes in and unfortunately has a weapon or is trying to cause you physical harm, that's a different story. The sheriff's office doesn't work up there. I don't have anybody to send.
Okay.
And we don't dispatch for him. Like I said, it's an unfortunate situation.
Okay, but I'll have to take care of myself, I guess.
Well, you have every right to do that. I can't tell you what to do, but is he still there?
Yes, he is.
Okay. All right. Well, do you want to stay on the phone with me until we figure out what he might do, or can you ask him to leave?
Yes, because when you figure out what he might do. Yes, because the left, again, as I've always said, always has to go off to what they might do. It's not up to you to figure out what they might do. It's you to quell that actual confrontation, that perceived threat of you. There's something called perceived of threat or perceived of innocence, etc., and I could be saying this incorrectly, but there is something along those lines in the law to where whatever you perceive is as a threat, you have the right to defend yourself. Obviously, you have to go to court, but this is something that you would probably, want to eliminate from yourself. This is just reality. I would not allow this to keep on going Because it's a threat. It's the same thing as a dog is barking at you and it looks like it's malicious. Are you going to wait for the dog to attack you and maul you, or are you going to do something to prevent the dog from doing that to you so you can save yourself from being maimed or severely injured, etc., etc.? This whole thing of, waiting to see what happens is complete asinine, and this is what the far left always uses.
I asked him to leave a million times.
Okay, but he does not live there with you. Is that what you're saying?
He does not.
Okay. Has he lived there previously?
No.
Okay. Where is he now?
He's now outside my bedroom window.
Does he know that you're on the phone?
I don't know. If I can hear him screaming and yelling, I think he can hear me on the phone. I told him I was going to.
Okay.
He says he doesn't care. He doesn't care because he knows that no one's out here, and so.
Yeah, and like I said, it's definitely unfortunate. What's his name?
Michael Bella.
Bella?
Bellah.
And how old is he?
He's 29.
Is he a white male?
Yes.
Do you know if there's anybody with him?
Oh, no, there's no one with him.
When did you guys break up?
We have broken up 5 billion times, and he put me in the hospital a few weeks ago, and I've been trying to keep him away.
Do you have a restraining order?
I do not, because he would leave me alone until basically on the weekends, and then he starts his crap again.
Okay.
And we're going to show you the aftermath, because this is something that everybody needs to start seeing. This goes on to say, a woman choked and raped by ex-boyfriend after dispatcher informs her there was no cops to help, and instead tells her to ask the attacker to leave. So, yes, the details of her horrific ordeal last August emerged on Tuesday after voters in Jefferson and Cary, all counties with the lowest property taxes in the state, turned down tax increase that would have increased the number of officers on the force. Even if the county residents were to approve the levy, which would have raised taxes from 59 cents to $1.48 per 1,000 of property value for the next 3 years, it would have been too late for one local woman. At 4:48 a.m. on August 18th, the Cave Junction called 911 to report an emergency. And as you can see here, this is the scumbag that does so. The woman explained that her boyfriend Michael Bella had put her in the hospital a week before, as you can see. But since the incident report came on Saturday, we'll go before that. Well, because the number of deputies at Josephine County Sheriff Department had been cut following the expiration of the Secure Rural Schools and Community Self-Determination Act, a multi-million-dollar annual federal aid payment for timber-producing counties. The remaining officers were only available 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. Since the incident report came on Saturday, the dispatcher transferred the call to the state police. But the officer who picked up on the phone on the Oregon State Police Headquarters in Grants Pass that morning was not much help either. I don't have anybody to send out, etc., etc. The woman explained that she has already been asked to leave and warned him, etc., etc., with what you've seen here. So, what we've seen, the state dispatcher stayed on the phone with the woman for more than 10 minutes, during which time she told her operator that there was already a warrant out for Bella's arrest. Once again, it's unfortunate. Yeah, unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate. He then proceeded to choke his former girlfriend before sexually assaulting her. Later that day, he was arrested by the state police. Later that day, yeah, because the police couldn't show up, but it had to be later that day. Josephine County Sheriff Gil Gibson said that due to the lack of funding, residents of the county are not guaranteed protection in case of emergency simply because there are not enough deputies on hand to respond to every call. There isn't a day go by that we don't have another victim. Through her attorney, the woman who made the 9/11 call in August said in a statement that she felt hopeless, alone, and very scared on that day. She said that the tax increase could have spared the other people the nightmare she had to live through. However, residents of Josephine County decided on Tuesday to reject the 3-year levy to raise $9.1 million a year by 51%, which would have increased their property tax. Now, we're going to find out where Josephine County is, ladies and gentlemen, because it's always important to look where it's at. Josephine County? Oh, Oregon. Yeah. Makes sense. This is the problem when we have with these people. This is shows onto why we should carry guns at all times on person, because horrific and terrible tragedies such as this will happen. I do not want any female, or anybody for this matter, regardless of their female or male, to go through this type of tragedy ever. But we have people that are on the far left that want to remove your ability to defend yourself by removing your guns from you. If this woman had a gun, she had a much less likely chance of this happening to her. And I'm actually not blaming the woman on this by any stretch of the imagination at all. This is not her fault. The only fault that she could possibly take blame on is maybe probably dating the guy. But that's it. The other fact of the matter is not her fault. And the Democrats, the far left, want to remove your ability to defend yourself. So horrible and terrible tragedies such as these will happen again. And this is another reason why, when defunding the police, this is something that happens. You defund the police, they can't get enough police on board, they're only available for certain times of the day, and then there you go. Again, Oregon perceives to be the worst bloody state in America to actually have any type of self-defense or ability to protect yourself from have cops come and protect you. They couldn't send anybody to help this woman. So, due to that, she was forced to being raped and choked. Fantastic. Good job on you, Oregonians, or what do you want to call you people? Because the last time I checked, this is all your fault. Vote the wrong way and you have tragedy. Then maybe this is probably another thing to say. Never remove the ability to people to have gun rights. So that way, they can defend themselves from horrible things such as this, and this will never happen again. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share, and as always, take care, my friends.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted. This is algorithmic disease, the social media.